Is everyone dry? Are you all sanitary?
Honestly?
Well, I don't want to be stopping at every clump of trees. I'm getting to know every piece of floor from here to Bangor, Maine. Let me see our fingernails.
What, Daddy?
Fingernail section. Nice. Good. Little long, Martha. Nice. Keep them cleaner, Bill. Yes. Good. Nice. Jackie Gilchrist. Look at those nails. What do you think of them? What you need is a jackknife to keep them clean.
Gosh, Dad!
All you boys need jackknives. And manager sets for the girls. Here's your mother. Get back in line. The reason why your mother and I had so many children, I was sure that anything we teamed up on was bound to be a success.
Madam, I didn't say that. Are all these your children, or is it a picnic?
They're mine. And it was no picnic.
Only 12, Mrs. Gilchrist?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gilbert, but it was the best I could do.
All right, everybody, hop in! Ready to crank? Rock. And bounce each other. Bark. Hard attack.
Hey, Anne, you had a phone call. It was a boy.
Are you trying to tell the whole neighborhood?
You're blushing. Hey, Fred, Bill. She's blushing. It was Larry Johnson.
If you're teasing.
No, really. He wants your notes on the Second Punic War.
She isn't blushing.
Not anymore.
I hate, loathe, and despise all of you.
She's hoping some boy will go mad over her. About her?
And what's so ridiculous about that?
Nothing, only I...
One more question.
Nothing! Only... I wouldn't think you have that sort of effect on anybody.
You know you all are not. Maybe some boy who doesn't know you so well.
What's in the package?
Something private, if that's possible in this household.
I think you're very good at mental mathematics and Morse code.
Dad says you're his prize exhibit.
She's starting to act so funny. I think it's what they call the change of life.
What's the commotion? I'm tired of being Dad's prize exhibit. Oh? No boy has ever called me up to say, how about tonight? No wonder all the other girls are so popular. They have normal fathers. What's wrong with your father? Look at the way he makes us dress. The Guide to the Birds of New England. The difference between meters and yards, quarts and liters. These are mushrooms, these are toadstools. The solar system in scale. Jupiter in the kitchen and Neptune on the back porch. What would you rather have? What all the other girls have. Wallpaper. Some of the best engineers from all over the world come to your father for advice. Such as, you could save 4 seconds if you button your desk from bottom up, then top down. Such as designing the assembly line for the Pierce Arrow plant, showing the Remington people a faster way to type, finding a quicker way for the lever company to pack soap. Whatever he tried on a soap flakes and a Pierce Arrow, he tried first on us. It's embarrassing, Mom.
Is it true, Miss Gilman, that your father takes movies of you while you're doing the dishes to analyze your efficiency? Remember the colored keys on the typewriter and the matching chalk in our fingers, which we could never get off? You walk into school with different colored fingers.
Remember how fast you learned to type? What if some boy came in and saw one of Dad's Morse code messages? Two maggots were fighting in dead earnest. With a little luck, the boy would know the Morse code as well as you do. Your father's trying to turn you into the best educated, the most intelligent. He's turning us into town freaks. There was a cable this morning from the International Management in London, England, asking your father to make the principal address. They think pretty well of your father. Now pick up those papers.
London, England. Maybe while he's away we could dress like other girls.
One thing for sure, no boy is going to consider a girl who wears long underwear. I'm having this one out with Dad.
Teddies! Dad will have a fit! Mother says they're Eskimo, which means they're not even mentionable.
Are you really gonna wear them?
I'm tired of wearing those bloomers, cotton stockings and sensible shoes. Dad's raising us all to be spinsters, and I absolutely refuse. Boys want a girl who looks human, and you've got to bring some fate. Of course, I would like with respect, but I also would like a date. Why is Gloria Swanson considered
You girls are up to something.
More astronomy!
Dr. Arnold Shapley of Harvard sent photographs of the star Betelgeuse in the constellation Orion. You boys can't these up later.
There isn't much room.
Sure there is.
They think the diameter of the Betelgeuse is so great that if you put it where our sun is, the Earth would be 3 million miles inside it. Some friends of mine plan to measure that diameter by Michelson's interferometer, which will be the topic of conversation at dinner tonight.
There's one other topic.
Have you been painting? Come over here, young lady.
I'm not wearing makeup.
Don't you think you can fool me? Spit.
I just don't understand you girls. Dad has told you and told
I
you.
can manage, Dan. I see that it isn't rouge, but it might have been, and I won't have it.
I accept your apology. Doesn't rattle, so it can't be books.
It's something interesting, but a lot of fun too. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Daddy!
Next week sometime.
Tell us now! You're going to anyway.
Since you insist. These are 2 Victrolas and some records.
We have a Victrola.
Downstairs. These Victrolas are for the upstairs bathrooms. One for the boys' bathroom and one for the girls. Why, I'll bet we'll be the only family in Montclair with a Victrola in every bath.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I've been thinking about the time you wasted in the bathroom. At first, I thought it was an unavoidable delay. Then I thought of the Victrola. You're going to play them every morning while you're taking your bath, brushing your teeth,
Why?
Does there have to be a why for everything?
There always is.
One thing for sure, I bet it isn't dance music.
I admit, it's not dance music.
And what kind of records?
Very entertaining and educational. Language lessons, French and German.
Oh, Dad!
You don't have to listen to them consciously. Just play them and find either make an impression. I have a theory about this.
But not every morning in the bathroom.
I spent $160 on that equipment.
It's not even unwrapped yet. Maybe you could get your money back.
I don't want my money back. And if those Victrolas are playing every morning, I'll know the reason why.
One reason is that you cannot change a record when you're sitting in the bathtub.
Ah, but a person can be in and out of the bathtub in the time that it takes for a record to play. I will now demonstrate how to take an efficient bath without a lot of unnecessary motions. Jackie and Dan, bring over that water.
You mean right now?
I mean at once. We'll pretend it's a bathtub. I'm sitting in a bathtub.
A little more hot water.
Ah, that's fine. I have a cake of soap in my right hand. Now in one continuous motion from the top of the shoulders, down the top of the left arm, back up the bottom, and down the left side. Shift soap. Same motion other side.
Hi, Dr. Burton. Dad's taking a bath.
So I see.
Howdy, Doc. How am I?
Obviously your brain's beginning to crack.
I willed that brain to Harvard, and they can hardly wait. Now give a little attention to your feet and the back of your neck, and you'll be out of the tub before you can say, bonjour. Now you all know about taking baths.
I've seen this coming for a long time, Gilbert.
You could use a little efficiency yourself.
Dr. Burton, is it a new brother or a new sister? No, not this visit.
No, this time I came to see your father.
Have you doctors had a chance to look at the pictures I took at the hospital?
They show a typical surgical operation. There's nothing there to
They
study.
show stupidity incorporated.
Lily, you're married to a fanatic.
He thinks his theories work with everything.
You bet they do. With surgical procedures. Running a household takes any
Would you quit mixing up this household with some inefficient assembly line?
There isn't the slightest confusion. That working faculty works in the home. Save time, motion, using your head to know. When drawing dishes or making your bed, follow the wishes, you'll be hours ahead. You girls practice when you're taking a bath. Boys won't log when you are studying now. These happiness for each honeycomb. What works for the grief you need? Full satisfactory using a home.
What works where you work, you find works where you live. Ways of motion make the essence primitive. For beneficial is its own reward. Girls think the combination.
Same time, think about the rest of the time. I'm taking one day to the road. And what works in the lead, works in the back.
And in the
All right, take your toys upstairs. We'll start the girls with French. The boys get German.
Yeah, fool.
Yeah, both French or German?
I think it's Spanish. We can't afford to waste $160. Suppose sometime you're taken to a restaurant where the menus are in French.
Yeah, then they'll think we're cosmopolitan.
I'll help in the kitchen. She'll be the first one to learn French.
Every few years, Anne skips the grade in school. That girl's my best testimonial.
What's the inefficiency you saw in those surgical films?
Take that idiot doctor with number 3 on his cap. First he has to reach way over here for insurance, then he has to reach way over there until the time
It would
he gets
take
all
me a
that.
minute to fix some tea.
I've no time for this. I was the idiot number 3.
I couldn't tell. You were all wearing masks.
You could tell. Gilbert, you already put in a full day at work. Why don't you slow down when you get home?
We Gilberts are rugged pioneer stock. We stay healthy regardless.
Well, what about the Gilbert measles epidemic last spring?
Even the pioneers got measles. The real reason you keep stopping by. You're trying to tell me I shouldn't take out any 3-year magazine subscriptions.
Absolute waste of money.
How about a 1-year subscription?
Unless you slow down, take some of the strain off that heart. I'd say short term, maybe 6 months.
That's a mighty short-term subscription.
I said unless. You've got a lot of responsibilities, Gilbert.
And I wouldn't be without one of those responsibilities. Besides, I feel too good, and I'm too busy.
And I've got nothing to worry about. Full time.
12 seconds. Maybe there is some hope for you.
Daddy, you look serious.
No, I don't.
What's up? How come you whistled
With
assembly?
a little more scientific management, I bet this family could just about run itself without such a load on your mother and without me around to keep after you all the time.
We have too much system already, and now you want to make it
How could
worse.
we possibly have too much? We need more. We have to get so
People
much
think
more
we're a little cracked already. We stand out like sore thumbs.
And with the youngest, smartest girl in your class.
I'd like to be a little popular.
Popular?
Yes, I would.
That's the magic word now, isn't it? Nobody thinks about being intelligent or attractive. No, sir, they want to be popular.
You should see them at school, Dad, eyeing the boys in the hall.
And the lunchroom.
Snakes.
I bought something. With my own money. And I want you to see it. I'm not going to be the only girl wearing long underwear with a flap in the back. It's disgusting. There.
Put those back in the bag. Embarrass me to look at them.
These aren't the only thing I bought. I bought silk stockings, too.
And I'm going to buy some too. And me.
Don't you realize what will happen if you go around showing your legs through silk stockings?
Yes! Maybe someone will notice me.
Boys don't get serious about girls who wear silk stockings. They just run around with them.
If you ask me, it's a dead giveaway to be so suspicious. If you know it's a misspent youth.
And nobody asked you. Don't you realize what those greasy-haired boys are after?
They're certainly not after me.
And come back down here. You're the oldest. Have to help with things that matter. I wanted to show you a system for multiplying 2-digit numbers in your head. A system like that can make a wonderful impression on your teachers. I want to keep a lot of...
You don't understand. You just don't understand. I wish your job was selling shoes and you only had 2 children and neither of them was me.
I better go do my homework.
It's our turn for kitchen duty.
Good girls.
I'm on your side, Dad.
Boss, what don't I understand?
High school girls.
Remember when we decided to have a dozen children? Remember what I suggested?
You suggested we have all boys.
Boss, you should have listened to my suggestion.
Don't worry about Anne.
It's just that I count on her. As soon as we can delegate more responsibilities to her, you can start spending more time in the business.
There isn't much for me to do.
But there will be. Should be.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're a graduate psychologist. I can teach her worker efficiency, but you can get them interested. Show them why it's important. And that's where you come in. Because they need you. I need you. People with no how need people with no why. No how, no why, go hand in hand. One needs the other, destiny must plan the play. And what a day when they first meet. Then people with no how join people with no why. Both halves combined become complete. Like all the brother, for them and have one key. Then people with no how, people with no why. Like people like
People with no why need people with no how. No why and no
That's better.
Maybe it's for me.
Ever since you've been wearing that fancy underwear, you keep expecting some guy to, hello? Want to talk to who?
Who's it for?
You don't mean Ann Gilbert, the one with the freckles? Oh my gosh, please don't hang up. Are you still there? Thank goodness.
Give me the phone.
Hey Ann, a phone call for you. Isn't that wonderful? Hurry before it calls.
Oh, you're gonna pay. This is Ann Gilbert. Larry Johnson. You're calling for Larry Johnson. I love a soda. Sure, I'll meet you there. Oh, I was gonna go for a walk anyway. Bye.
And Dad wants to talk to you. I think he wants to patch things up.
I'm too busy. With what? I got a date! What shall I wear? How shall I act? What will we talk about? Now that we're going out, what will we do? Will it be fun? I'm scared, but I can't wait. I've finally got a date. I'm on my own. The world's leaving a place, inviting me to join the human race. From now on, when I say we, I mean the boy and me, and not my family. And on my own, there's so much to be done. I'll fall in love and be like everyone. Since we know that we're all grown, I did it all alone on my own. You know, I was beginning to think that it didn't matter about these silk stockings, but it does. And I got some else too. What else is there? A slipper! You'll look the cap! Talk about collegiate! I was saving you getting slickers too! I was saving you for something just like this! And on my own, there's so much to be done. I'll fall in love and be like everyone. Since we know I feel all grown, I did it all alone on my own. I'm free, I'm me on my own.
Why pull a trick like that on the Gilbert girl? Because she thinks she's smarter than me.
She is smarter than you.
She fell for the telephone call, didn't she? She's rushing right over to meet Larry Johnson.
If Larry finds out, he'll keep you right between the goalposts. Besides, who says she's coming?
I says.
What are you doing here? Got a slicker. Everybody's got a slicker.
You know what kind of tie this is? It's a William Tell tie. Pull the bow, hit the apple. Get it? William Tell?
Of course I get it. I'm not a moron.
You're so smart. What are you doing here?
It just so happens that I've got a date.
Why is he running late?
Well, when a fellow is on the football team and has plenty of activities, you can't blame him for being a little late.
Maybe there's a mix-up or a mistake taking place. Maybe I better walk you.
Don't be crazy.
I thought your father didn't allow dates.
People get such absurd ideas. I'm here. I've got my slicker, but there's nothing on it.
Her pop's gonna decorate it black and my arm square.
One more question mark out of you, and when my date gets here,
When
he's
your
when
date
my
gets
date
here,
gets
you haven't got a date. You're waiting at the church, so don't get superior with me, because I will learn.
I guess I beat you here.
I guess you did.
Anyways, we both made it.
I returned your history notes, didn't I? Thanks, they really helped.
Oh, anytime you want to borrow my history note, I'll be more than ever glad to hear from you. Didn't we have a date?
We? Now?
The telephone call. The person on the telephone. But, of course, I knew it was a joke. But I thought I'd come anyways, just for a laugh.
Your father was at football practice today. And then he started telling the coach how to play football.
Maybe you can't appreciate my father, but scientists and engineers from all over the world think he's a genius. And he's been invited to London, England to make a speech.
What I was trying to say is our fool coach should have listened. We might have learned something. That's just one of the reasons that I wanted this date.
You did have someone call.
He never. Are you calling me a liar?
I was the one who made the call.
Anyway, you can't go now.
There's something I have to do.
What is it?
Have to begin somewhere.
Hurry along, boys. Well, this so worked up for?
He's bringing dates for us too.
Dates?
For the dance tonight. We've got to start sometime, Mom.
Well, I suppose if I was on the refreshment committee, your father would know that I was there.
Come on, hush now.
I only speak French.
If only Anne would cooperate more with your father. She's as stubborn as he is.
You'll talk to him?
As soon as I can.
The girls have been monopolizing both bathrooms.
Put a chair over there for your mother. All right, let's get assembled.
It's getting late, Mom.
Wow. You didn't have to get dressed up just for us.
What's happening?
Is it a surprise?
The only surprise is that I haven't thought of before. Well, now I've got it.
Got what?
I'm talking about employee-employer councils. We're going to set up a democratic family council. Your mother's not going to run this household any longer, and neither am I.
Then who?
You!
Me?
All of you to a democratic family council. You'll organize a purchasing committee to buy food, clothing, and equipment. You'll elect the utilities officer to levy fines on wasters of electricity. And a project committee to see that all work is completed on time.
Why?
Because your mother has enough to do, and I can't keep active all the time. I'll work out progress charts for you to initial each day after you've done your homework, made your beds,
Said your prayers.
said your prayers. This way your mother just has to glance down at the chart.
I know why you're doing this. It's because you're going away.
There was a conference in England, but you'll get along just fine. I'm going to leave this family so well organized that you'll never miss me. For our first family council, you'll notice I'm installed here as your chairman. I assume there are no objections.
Mr. Chairman!
Out of order. I know you're going to like this. The first job of the council is to apportion the necessary work around the household. Does the chair hear any suggestions? Come now, fellow workers. How do you want to divide the work?
It looks like no one wants to divide the work.
In a democracy, everybody speaks. Bill, I recognize you. Start speaking.
I think we have too much work and should hire extra help.
Sit down. You're no longer recognized.
We could hire help, but that would mean cutting back on things like allowances.
Do I hear a motion to that effect? All those in favor of stopping allowances.
I move that the boys cut the grass and rake leaves.
And I move the girls do the dishes and the laundry.
And everyone makes his own bed.
Except the chairman.
Except the chairman.
I second the motion. All those in favor? Motion carried. There being no further
Mr. Chairman, I understand the purchase of a new rug is intended.
It is. Can our budget afford such a rug? I was planning on spending $100.
I move that no more than $95 be spent.
I second the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, boss, you lose that one.
I move that with the money we just saved, we buy a puppy.
No!
I second the motion.
Stop! Any pet that doesn't lay eggs is an extravagance.
All those in favor? Aye.
It looks like you lose that one.
Is there anything else you would like? Roadster? Jazz parties? Trips to Hawaii?
I think we should adjourn the meeting. I'm so
Wait a
full.
minute, before we adjourn, I want to make sure you appreciate the importance of
They're here.
I want you to realize what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is what is here?
Anne and Ernestine have been asked to a dance.
And me!
I've seen this coming for a long time.
Dad, it's important.
Come now. I'm always open to reason.
You're letting them go? You mean
I
you
want the
go?
school back in order. You're cooperating with my plans. I'll go along with yours.
Oh, Dad!
I'll just go get my coat and hat.
I can't believe it! This is too good to be true! But why do we want to get us coats?
I'm not scared.
They must have heard us.
Well, the father, he's sort of unpredictable. This is your idea, Big Shot. You get him.
I can go back and hunt some more.
No. Courage, man. Don't keep us waiting here for hours. Why must you girls be so late? I brought you this corsage of flowers. At least you could bring you to our date. Angel, ain't we going dancing? Can't we take a chance on the music trip in the light tonight? Angel, how about it? I don't wanna shout it, but time's not wasted too long, it's wrong. Silver moon will kiss your face. Pretty soon I'm gonna be this place when we embrace Angel. Get your hat and gloves on. Can't you see that love's on the menu when you get underway? So what do you say, Angel?
Are you boys here for the dance? We're ready.
We're ready.
You're coming too?
Don't you trust your own flesh and blood?
Of course I trust them. It's you, boys, I don't trust.
But Mr. Gilbreth,
All hit off with flowers. And my daughters have names. Don't have to shout. Angel.
Miss Gilbreth, when you met some, maybe we could get some cotillions and we can dance perchance.
Miss Gilbert, may I put my coat down? My love be broke down the lot, but will I meet your need?
You and I can sit and plan. Devils try and daring young Bohemian. What a romance. Does he think he's funny? Gonna lose him money when he is free as a crowd someday. Hey, what do you say? Angel?
We'll go in our car. Closely.
Miss Gilbreth, may I put your wraps on? I'd adore perhaps on the dance floor, dance for a comfort Can we stand the rain? Miss Gilbreth, Miss Gilbreth, Miss Gilbreth.
You may have the pleasure of my company, Mrs. Gilbreth.
I wouldn't know what to do without the pleasure of your company, Mr. Gilbert.
There's the constellation Orion. When we get our girls home from this nonsense, I'll take out the telescope. There's a nebulae below the 3 stars in the belt. You can almost see with your eyes.
As far as I can see, I look to see. As dark as days may be, you light my way. When it grows late, I know you'll wait to find me. No matter where, I know you're there beside me. As much as I can give, I'll always give you. As long as I live, your love will be. The boundless sky, the endless sea, the furthest morning star. For that's as far as I can see.
Lily,
Don't let anything happen. If it did, I couldn't go on.
of course you could. When people love each other, when they're separated, they go on for each other
I wouldn't know how.
by remembering, by doing the same things, the same way. Oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. Not for a long time. Unless I get run over by a car. Let me drive one. Let any crazy fool. But no matter what happens, you and I have love. We'll always be together. As much as I can live, I'll always give.
As long as I live, your love will be. The boundless sky, the endless sea, the furthest morning star. For that's as far as I can see.
No one else has a chaperone. I hope Mother can keep them from doing something terrible. We'll live it down. People will forget. But by the time they're old enough to forget, we're too old to go to dances.
Your daddy's the limit.
Daddy doesn't seem to object to painting on other girls.
You caught me. I fell for you. I fell for you hook, line, and sinker. Now what are you gonna do with me?
What am I going to do?
Throw him back. He's too small.
Some wise guy.
See what I told you?
Your old man's really a bird.
What are we going to dance?
Oh, the one step like this.
Hello, machine.
This is fun.
Before I know it, you're going to be greasing your hair back and wearing a slicker.
Look at the way that man is dancing. He'll burn himself out before he's 20.
But they're such nice young people.
Sure they behave. When I'm around. Young man, would you mind if I suggested a few improvements? Improvements? Walking while one step in the mathematic angle. It's a dance from the motion study angle. Every beat and movement is exhausting and confusing. You need some improvements in the method you are using. Why not try a new step? Get your energy this way. Simply and do a two-step to whatever song they play. Try this dance. 1, 2, 3, wait. Then pause the water, don't you be fooled. That gives you style free too. Then do the motion study two-step. Don't turn red and ask for a song instead. Whatever it comes, then the motion study two-step. Dance to any music they play. You don't have to waste time learning new dances. And go slow. It's voluntary. You should know. That's how you learn. That's a semi-precious stone. Everyone down to himself. And we keep your breath. And we all want to be back. Just a breath. We should go home.
fakes my bet.
Not exactly right, children, but you're done yet.
Unsere Schwestern so en travaillant, nicht wahr?
Wir bin an die Stoppe Salle Manger.
Works in the hall.
Was in der Brücke geht, geht auf dem Haus. Seines Hauses mit seinem der nicht.
Was in der Fabrik? Mit! Oh, sehr gut. My, yes, sehr very gut.
Tschüss, Herr Vater, wir sehen, dass ich hier bin. So big of good morning, so big of talk.
Are you sure that was right? I thought that meant butter.
In every good thing, geht auf den Haus.
Before dinner. Where's Anne?
She went to a movie?
The one day I need her.
Every day's a crisis.
Every day's a very important day.
Boss, don't you feel sorry for families with only 6 or 7 children? I was so glad you completely rebuilt the kitchen.
Sinks and counters at optimal work levels. Cupboards at point of use.
Shelves on the inside of the icebox door, so more things are easier to reach.
I just toss in the food and stand back.
Might be something to the shelf idea. What's that?
Mother's new invention, a motion study garbage pail.
Frank executed the mechanics.
Instead of all this.
Not bad for a beginner.
I'm gonna add a new kitchen department to our business.
Pretty soon, she'll be running the whole thing.
She'll have to take on a lot while I'm gone. Not bad at all. Why doesn't Anne get home?
She went to a movie.
I worked out an arrangement with the school superintendent.
It's him!
Don't have to.
Joe!
He got an old motorcycle and took off the muffler.
What a
Joe took
sound!
off the muffler and he disturbed our best friend. What I started to say, this arrangement that I worked out with the superintendent solved my problem because I don't have to.
I'll get it. Never mind.
It looks like you've solved everything.
I tried
can't
to
talk
help everything,
now.
but why not?
Thank you very much for
But
the
of
English
course I can't
assignment.
allow for everything. Why can't you come in front of us?
In front of you!
Why doesn't that boy just park his noise machine and come in?
The way you've been since the night of the dads, he wouldn't dare. You practically nailed up a sign reading quarantine.
Did Anne go to a movie with a boy?
What if she did?
Alone?
Jackie went along. And isn't that ridiculous? No other girl has a little brother tagging along. I don't see why any boy bothers with us.
Well, I know. And that's why a brother goes along.
Here comes Joe again.
Oh, I hope he stops this
Run
time.
out and tell him that your father is going to Europe. And if you'll just wait till he... Never mind, I'll tell him myself.
Dear, careful.
You, young man! Boy!
Reckless! You should be whipped. He should be whipped. Are you Mr. Gilbert?
Yes? Who are you?
Miss Brill. I'm a psychologist.
right the first time.
The superintendent instructed me to give certain tests.
I know. Why should my children be held back in a school system designed for the children of average parents?
This is what we have to determine, isn't it?
Line up, all of you. This is Miss Burrell. She's doing a research paper for the school superintendent.
How good of you to come.
He's doing a paper on the effects of home education. And he came to the right source for that.
It's sometimes hard to know where to draw the line. If everyone went in for home education, there wouldn't be any system. There'd be chaos.
Have you come to gather information? Or have you already come to a conclusion?
Frank, 46 times 46.
2116.
Martha, 52 times 52.
2704.
Good girl.
You coached them.
I taught them. Do you know the capital of Colombia? Do you know the population of Des Moines according to the last census? Of course you do. But so does Lily in here. So does the baby upstairs. Oh, I'd bring her down. But it's time for her bottle.
Now you're being ridiculous.
But 16 times 16.
256.
Good for you. Boss, let's keep this girl too.
Are there some questions you'd like to ask?
I'll give a proper examination. Which one is oldest? Anne?
She's expected any minute.
She isn't here.
We're having an early supper. Why don't you join us and then give the examinations later?
I suppose she doesn't consider the examination important.
We're having a lovely stew.
My daughter Anne is the youngest girl in her class, and she gets the highest marks.
I suppose that sets up terrible problems for her.
Nonsense.
I'm used to meeting people who consider psychology nonsense.
Mrs. Gilbreth has a PhD in the subject, and our daughter is quite quick-witted in
Because you taught her some statistical parlor
I
tricks.
taught them the most useful, practical thing that they need.
Practical?
By George, I'll show you something practical. Fire drill! Fire drill!
North window shut. Ready to phone fire department?
Holes ready, bucket set.
Practical.
No wonder your older girl is abnormal. A household like this.
Who said she's abnormal?
Well, obviously she's afraid to come home and face these tests.
She's doing the most normal thing in the world.
Which is...
She went to a movie.
This popcorn sure doesn't stay with you very long. Anne!
What? What is it?
What is it? The whole silly movie. I saw you holding hands.
Shame on you!
On me.
Look, if anything like that happened, it was totally involuntary and just because of the movie.
It was?
Well, it was that kind of movie.
Having you along is unendurable.
You think it's durable to me? I'm starving.
Oh, say, I'm making you miss supper.
Oh, that's okay. If it's anything I don't care I miss, it's supper.
I don't seem to be that hungry either.
You ate an awful lot of gumdrops.
You never interfered with my appetite before. Say, would you like to go to a dance?
Depends on when it is.
Tonight.
Tonight? Tonight, I just happen to be free.
Great.
I dance. The minute my back is turned, couldn't you cough or something? Was I also a popcorn? I'll catch up with you later.
I'll come about 7:30.
Sure. Why not?
And it's a date? Great.
Careful. I'll call my brother.
Kissing used to be a silly game to me. Girls were not important to my eyes. Love was something far off in the future. But suddenly I realized we're only now to know what all this sighing and crying for love is about. We're young enough to know, because this minute we're in it for just finding love. Together, love is nothing mysterious. It's clear that we're having fun, getting serious. So young, a kiss ago. But now let's own up, we're grown up and through with our past. We're old enough to know. Be love that's young enough to last.
Don't you have to ask your father?
About what?
About tonight.
Oh, heavens. Together, love is nothing mysterious.
It's clear that we're having fun, getting serious. So young, a kiss ago. But now let's own up, we're grown up and through with the past. We're old enough to know. The fame of a real love that's young enough to last. Get that dog off of my bed!
He's crazy about Dad. He's always on his bed.
All the dumb dogs.
Well, what'd you expect for $5?
Mr. Hill isn't quite finished giving the examinations yet.
Good.
You certainly are giving the superintendent a lot of cooperation.
He's giving me a little cooperation too. Assuming that Anne does brilliantly on these tests, she'll graduate at the end of the semester. What's the matter with that girl?
You said she was normal. At least she's trying. Why not let her graduate with the rest of her class?
With Anne home, she can look after things, which means that you can run our business. You keep applying motion study to kitchen plumbing, and before I get back, you'll have some stove company. or someone who makes sinks or cabinets giving you a contract.
Don't go on this trip. Don't.
This conference is the best advertising. And we need all we can get.
You don't have to leave us.
I keep remembering when I was starting out as a bricklayer. I keep remembering the stupid way we used to break our backs. And all the while when it wasn't necessary.
Will a few trade journal reports at a conference make that much difference?
Sure it will. Pretty soon, a worker who's been taking 50 motions for a job will be doing it 6. And pretty soon his workday will be cut from 8 hours to 7 hours.
There'll be other conferences.
I can't be sure I'll get another chance. But I have everything organized here. The family councils and the committees. And with Anne home all the time, my being away won't matter.
It'll matter so much, Frank. Don't.
Lily, you're starting to worry. I thought we had this all settled.
It is. And I'm not worried. It's just you'll miss me.
If there was anything to worry about, I'd be loading up on life insurance. You know that. But the way I feel, my health, I wouldn't take a one puff.
A waste of money.
Because there's no need. Not in this family. You don't suppose Anne could be eloped?
If she did, it was nice of her to take along her little brother.
We finished already. Those tests are a snap. And is Miss Brill getting irritated?
I'd better go jolly along till Anne gets home.
Dear.
Miss Brill, well.
I want you to know that I appreciate your consideration and your tact, which is something remarkable for a kid your age.
In other words, you want me to keep my mouth shut?
Mother says we're not supposed to worry Dad with unnecessary worries.
I don't see what you mean.
I mean, keep your mouth shut.
About what?
About... I've never been happier in my life. Better get into the study.
What's for supper?
Pencils and paper. How is Dad? My guess is he'll beat you to death.
What do I care? I've had a full life.
Where?
I think it's gauche to discuss someone's personal experiences.
What experiences?
Am I supposed to keep track of everything?
That's your job.
If she had any experiences, they were pretty fast.
I have sort of a date tonight. Are you crazy? You'd better get that test over with quick. This examiner is a psychologist, and she takes you aside after the written for word association test and some questions. Do you still get spanked? Does it hurt? Do you want another little sister? You do? Why do we have to put up with people like that? If I told you the words she uses for the association test, you could really pour it on.
Don't bother telling me.
Then every time she'd pop a word, you pop back so fast she'd drop her teeth. She's been insulting. Still, it wouldn't be right to tell Anne that the first word is none.
Don't tell me.
Or that the second word is slap.
Don't tell
Put
me.
her bird.
Don't tell me.
Why did you tell Anne that the words are nice, flat, foot, head, bird?
I'm thinking of associations already.
I hope Miss Brill does drop her teeth.
I could tell my test was pretty good. She looked so disappointed. Hey, Dad, Anne's home.
About time!
I'm sorry if I'm late.
If you're late,
It was my fault. I wanted to see part of the picture over. Is it so terrible that I take part of one afternoon for myself?
I'm not letting some idiot football player upset our apple cart.
There isn't anything upset.
I'm upset.
Dad!
You don't seem to realize there is so much to do before I go, and if it
Of
doesn't...
course I realize, but that's all you care about. I have a date tonight. I wish you could realize how important that is to me.
What was your plan? Just stopping here for a quick sandwich?
Dad, we're always left out of things. I'm the youngest in my class. If I keep on missing out, I don't...
See how she does on the exam.
I know how she'll do because I won't let her run wild.
How can you be so intolerant? You keep pushing and shoving like some stranger. As if all you care about is getting the job done.
It may seem that way, but Anne is strict. I won't be...
I don't understand why there isn't any time for anything but being more efficient.
I don't understand why all of a sudden my oldest daughter is just... Will you just go and write your exam?
I guess we just don't understand each other.
I have to go put a new washer in the faucet upstairs.
I'll handle the valve.
If we don't hurry, Mother will do the dishes herself.
I'd like to see what happens to Anne and Dad. All right, I'm coming.
I better feed that dumb dog.
Well, I just can't let Anne run around day and night with boys.
No doubt about it, Dad. I have to go do my history reading. Different forms of government.
What are you on now?
Despotism. Tyranny.
Do you think I'm a tyrant too? Well, Jackie, Anne will be yourself in a few days. You'll see. As soon as she is herself, we'll do something special. A picnic.
Poor Anne. Mr. Gilbert, your daughter isn't serious about this examination.
What's she doing with it? Swatting flies?
She's marking answers as fast as she can write. Our superintendent went into this project in good faith, and
What is it, Anne?
you're not supposed to leave the table until you're finished.
I'm finished.
Have you answered everything?
Possible.
An elementary school girl who goes to wild parties every night of her life could finish this silly exam.
Silly? We'll see how silly it is. She's marking Anne's exam.
I've made some lemonade, Miss Brill.
Not now, thank you.
Dear,
Not now. I'd love some.
It's just possible you were in too much of a hurry in this exam.
What's the matter?
There doesn't seem to be anything the matter.
No wrong answers?
No.
No! I want to tell the whole family! She's an authentic chip off the old block.
Seconds.
12. I wish to announce an accomplishment made by your older sister.
for which he takes full
And
credit.
I should.
It may seem that I keep pushing you, but there is a reason. Anne has just completed a perfect examination.
I'll have to recheck it, of course.
You have to recheck it from now to the end of the term. At which time, Anne graduates a full semester ahead of her class.
Graduate? It was to be kept a secret until
You got her exam.
Not the word association.
Then
part.
give it to her.
I couldn't consent.
I'd much rather skip that part.
I'm afraid you will have to take it, young lady.
Please, if there's any way we could avoid
I insist.
Is it really that important?
Yes, it is. First word.
Stab, wound, bleed, slit, throat, disembowel, scream, shriek.
You must have an IQ higher than Nicholas Murray Butler.
I read a lot.
Next. Black.
Velvet, night, tar, pitch, tunnel, raven, ebony.
I have to give you credit. Next. Foot.
Kick, shoe, run, walk, stocking, dance.
Next. Hair.
Ribbon, shampoo, scissors, louse.
Next.
Egg, songbird, nest, perch.
I didn't say the next word. I just said next.
That's true.
The next word is bird.
And you said egg, song, nest.
You knew the next word.
But how could she?
Then explain. You knew in advance, didn't you? Didn't you?
It was a joke.
Joke?
I see how you skip grades.
You don't see anything. I told her the words. For fun.
And me too.
You're old, she.
I'm the only one that knew.
The only one that got caught. I'm turning in a full report.
Miss Quill, I happen to know that Anne could do just as well with words she didn't know. I'd be so grateful if you just give her another chance.
An
I know she can do
authentic chip off the old block. If I were you, Mr. Gilbert, I wouldn't brag about it.
This examination is more important to us than you could possibly realize. My daughter has the qualifications she needs to pass this exam.
I'll give
If you
your
could
daughter I'll put her in the proper class and in her proper age group. She's going to be put back a year. Good day, Mr. Gilbert.
I have to talk to Anne.
Dad, could I say
Not
something?
now.
Martha and I would
Go
like to
finish your
explain.
dishes. Do your homework. Get on with your chores. Do I have to tell you again?
I'm not going to punish her, are you?
Ernestine!
I'll be up to say goodnight before you go to sleep.
Anne?
Yes, Dad?
I was sure that you'd be able to graduate.
I don't know what to do.
It's important for you to realize the reason for what happened. I know who's to blame. I am.
You?
I've been pushing and shoving. You especially. There's been too much pressure. Something was sure to get out of hand. But that isn't your fault. It's my fault.
All I have to do is use my head a little.
Hard to concentrate when you've just had an overdose of despotism. My first step on the road to reform is to let you decide for more things for yourself, such as that date tonight. I have a lot of figuring to do. Things to be solved.
Thanks, Dad.
Your mother once suggested I didn't understand high school girls. Isn't that ridiculous?
What is it, Mother? What's driving Dad?
He's in a hurry, that's all. 12 kids to put through school, he's gotta be.
But he's different. There's a change.
Perhaps because he's going to England.
But the way you both talk sometimes, it's like you expect the ship to sink.
Nonsense.
Then what do you expect?
Are you so eager to grow up?
Tell me.
When a man works so hard for so many years, it can affect his heart.
But not Dad. It can't be true. Not with Dad.
The other day, I was cleaning out your father's desk, and I came across some correspondence about life insurance. I put it back where it was. It was in the back of the bottom drawer. He's been turned down by every insurance company in New England.
It can't be true. It just can't be serious. Not with Dad. Our Dad. Because you get upset. Even now with fast driving or walking alone at night. How could you handle it without him?
I don't think I could be upset. Because what would have mattered the most would have been upset.
But now, how can you bear it?
Because now is the happiest time of all. It's a time when we're all together before anything has happened to any one of us. Right now is the happiest time, the nearness of the ones you love will bring you your happiest time, and if we
superintendent park in this madhouse.
He supports the team. When Larry scored, he was yelling.
You can probably reach my home a little later. Please say hello to Ernestine for me.
Tell Martha she'll never get another chance like me.
Playing a tiger for us.
You know, it's a real shame what you're doing with your daughters. Keep up the way you're going and you're going to make somebody a wonderful librarian someday.
But I've already told Anne that
No, Anne told me. She says there's no time for dates. You've got her under your thumb.
she said that.
You know what the funny part of it is? I think Anne likes me almost as much as I like her, and that's plenty.
But why?
I hope you're satisfied.
I didn't mean Bert. There's the proof. She is growing up. When children reach a certain age, they have to go away. This I know. But now that I have reached that stage, why is it so hard to let them go? I try to teach them to become the self-sufficient people they must be. I vowed I won't be meddlesome, but I find I wish they needed me. They ought to go. They ought to fly away. They ought to go. Say goodbye someday. But it's ridiculous to think that Anne's in love. He's just a child. When I look at Anne, I never see a girl in a handsome gown. Annie's button comes in a high chair, and she yells, "Get down, get down." I suppose that Ernestine must be as good as condition.
Who's complaining?
All I meant, some people would find this heavy.
I'm calling to confirm that the express truck is bringing Mr. Gilbert's luggage, which is being shipped through to New York, where the Cunard Line agent will have it picked up. This is Mr. Gilbert. If you're insolent, young man, I'll show the railroad how they can get along without you. Darned insolent whippersnapper.
The word darn is Eskimo. And so is that shirt. I want you looking nice for your father.
Everything I do is Eskimo. I hope Dad doesn't have to go before a surprise.
I don't know where he went. He's been running around since 5 o'clock this morning.
Is Anne back yet?
It's awful nice of you to invite me over like this, Mr. Gilbreth, especially when you must be rushed.
Don't be flattered. I have 32 items on my list today. You're 29. You think Anne will want to see me? I haven't the slightest idea. Maybe she'd rather be a librarian.
Hello, Larry. Anne isn't home yet. Everything's the last minute.
The luggage out yet? I have to wait till we hear how Anne made out. I couldn't go, not till we know.
Why don't you give the other kids a hand in the kitchen? We're planning a little going away surprise.
There isn't much time.
What a nice surprise for Anne.
He doesn't seem quite as idiotic as some of those other boys.
Satisfied?
Remember when we were planning a family? You promised me a big, wonderful family.
That wasn't a promise. It was a warning.
I asked you, how many children as an estimate? And you said, as an estimate, many. And then we'd be walking down the street on a Sunday afternoon. We'd look like Mr. and Mrs. Pied Piper.
Mrs. Piper. Shake hands with Mr. Piper.
Thank you, Mr. Piper. Thank you for keeping your promise.
I've never seen such a tough test. It was taking so long, I was getting frantic.
I told the superintendent to throw the book at you. That's how we got this chance. He said he'd let me hear right away, and he did.
It was no snap like the other one. It was brutal.
I'm just glad that you got finished and that you're home.
Oh, I would have been home.
And he's here, and too.
There's a surprise for you.
Hello, Anne.
Larry!
We'll talk later. Do you have a surprise for your father?
What is it? Where's Dave, Jane, and Jackie?
They're up to something.
Hey, we're ready! And watch your language. No vulgarity. Nothing Mrs. Gilbert would consider Eskimo.
What are you doing here?
Your father and I ran into each other.
When a girl comes of age, she has to spend more time doing outside things.
You'll never have to worry when she's out with me, Mr. Gilbreth.
Of course not. Jackie's going right along with you.
Dad!
Mrs. Gilbert, if there's anything off color in what follows, we apologize.
They never eat green vegetables, they don't hang up their clothes. We want to be Eskimos. They never wash behind their ears, the dirt there never shows. We want to be Eskimos. They never see their neighbors, and homework isn't done. And nobody owns a toothbrush in the land of midnight sun. What's good is bad and bad is good, so why do you suppose we want
You get the chairs assembled for a quick meeting. I want you to ratify my last official act.
Did you mark my paper?
The superintendent marked it himself.
And?
Well, let's have it. I have a train to catch.
It's obvious to me she's cheated
Miss
again.
Boyle!
You know I didn't. You watched me every minute.
Don't claim to know
We
how.
just get to the point. I'm in a real hurry.
She may fool others, but she doesn't fool me.
What was her mark?
Did she pass?
Yes?
Was it a good exam?
Yes?
Was there anything wrong with the exam?
No.
Then she graduates at the end of the semester?
That's what I'm instructed to tell you.
I knew it. I knew you'd show 'em.
If you'll excuse me, please.
How much is 19 times 36?
Please.
19 times 36.
If you'll excuse me, figure it out yourself.
It's 684.
I'm proud of you. Proud of all my family. Now take your seats. I want to get this meeting started. Larry, you have a seat too. There has to be provisions for expanding this family council.
It's time to go. And we can't come to the train station.
None of this last minute nonsense. I couldn't bear it.
First time we went on a date, Mr. Piper, my mother told me to be sure to tell you that I had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time.
I want you to ratify my last official act. I hereby nominate your mother as family chairman. All those in favor?
Aye.
She's now your new chairman. And I'm on my way. Come now. None of this fuss.
Dad, before you go, there's one thing I don't understand.
Just one.
All you do, all your work to save time for everybody. What I don't understand is, what do you want to save time for?
For your work, if that's what you love best. For education, or for art, or beauty, or bumblebee pay. If that's where your heart lies, it's for where your heart lies. That's what you save time for.
When